that you mentioned. It was 7. And you're saying about the clear verses in verses that I
But are you Quran only?
sorry?
Do you follow the Quran alone?
Say that again, sorry.
Do you only follow the Quran, or do you also accept hadith?
Oh, of course. No, the hadith is of equal value to the Quran.
Interesting. Okay.
Sorry. Hi, sorry. Can I just answer that quickly for him? No, hadith is not equal to Quran. Hadith is hearsay, and it's compiled by a bunch of Persians. So don't equate hadith to a Quran, please.
No, the hadith, what the Prophet ﷺ has said is completely and utterly from Allah alone, right? So everything that he has said is something that Allah agrees with entirely and that he would have said himself. So everything that comes from the prophets, any of the prophets, is from Allah, which is of the exact same significance of in the Quran. The only difference is we're trying to find out if it's if we're sure that it came from his mouth, and if we're sure of it, if it's authentic, then it's of the same significance as the Quran. If it's weak, then
no, hold on. The hadith are not the words. 1 second. Let me just 1 second. Hold on.
Are you a hadith rejecter?
You can.
Do you reject hadith?
Hold on. Let me speak, sister.
Answer the question. Is it yes or no?
Just listen. I'm not talking to you.
Yes or no?
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Let me talk to him.
If you reject hadith, then you're not a Muslim.
Okay, keep it to yourself. Good job.
Okay, great. So everything you say,
it doesn't matter.
Everything he says, he's not Muslim. He's not speaking from a.
Be quiet. You're not God to judge who's a Muslim and who's not a Muslim. So be quiet. So
you be quiet.
Okay. First of all, brother, when the hadiths that you believe in, like for example, I don't know if you're a Shia or a Sunni, but whatever sect you are, whatever hadiths that you believe in, they're all compiled by the Persians. That says it's a hearsay. So and so heard the Prophet do this, or
you're Persian yourself.
Sorry,
you're Persian.
You're Persian.
What?
Yeah, he's Persian. His name is Razai. It's a Persian name.
I think we're going a bit off.
Who cares?
You can believe what you believe. Allah will judge you.
First of all,
hold on. She's mad because I'm exposing her about the
No, I'm not. I'm not, because what you said was a lie. It was not compiled by the Persians. Okay, so don't give that credit to your people.
Who's Bukhari? He's a Persian, right? Who's Sahih Muslim? He's a Persian.
Who's Ahmed? Do you know?
Who's Tirmidhi? These games.
Those are some scholars who compiled, but
and they're all Persian.
The hadith is a narration from one person to another, from the mouth of the Prophet to the Sahaba, his companions, and the generation after them. That's it. That's where it ends. And people memorize the Quran word by word, and they memorize the hadith word by word.
No one memorized the hadith word by word. Stop.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
they did. Imam Ahmed memorized over a billion hadith.
Do you know how many hadiths are there?
You're not Muslim. Don't speak for Islam. You're not Muslim, Hamid.
You're not. I consider you not a Muslim because you believe in hearsay.
Neither one of you are Muslim.
No, I believe in the words of Prophet Muhammad. What do we say? We say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. There's a reason for that, because
and you can't even find this. You can't even find this in the Quran.
Prophet.
This shahada is not even in the Quran. So what do you?
Our prophet, and every single word he says, we consider it to be through God.
Can you explain to me why a hadith says that he married a 6-year-old, but that contradicts the Quran?
So this is where
it doesn't contradict the Quran. It doesn't.
How I know you're not a Muslim. I'm happy to speak on that, and I'm a woman. I'm happy to speak on that. So she was betrothed to him. This is a very common practice back in the day. They did it in Europe
Sister,
even.
I think you're forgetting that
And then
culture
she
has
was
nothing to do with
married
the
to
message of
him. She
Islam.
was married to him when she became a woman. Now, do you understand biology? Do you know how a woman becomes a woman? Or have
Okay.
you never?
Was she married as a
Do you
6-year-old?
know when a
Was
woman
she
becomes
married
a
as a
woman
6-year-old?
according to
I'm not here
biology?
to discuss biology with
Do
you.
you
Was she married
know
as a
when a
6-year-old?
woman
Yes,
becomes
yes,
a
Okay,
without
woman?
hold on.
consummation. Yes.
Okay. Do you know what a verse in the Quran says who to marry? Do you know
Go
who to
on.
marry? Huh?
Sorry, say again.
Do you know a verse in the Quran gives you explains to you who to marry, like what age to marry someone and stuff like that?
No, I don't think it says that.
Oh, so the Quran doesn't give you details on who to marry?
Hamid, you're a dog. You're a dog. Stop doing this. Stop coming on Christian Live doing
Shut
that.
your mouth.
You're a dog. You're a dog. Get out of here.
No, don't call him a dog. That's an insult to dogs.
Malik came out on a. He came on an alt account.
And brother,
Just in
one
case they
second.
get me.
I wanted to show you the hikmah. These guys are lying to you. Can you make my
Dr.
screen
Sir?
big? Can you make my screen big, please?
It's getting good.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
So I wanted to show you guys the hikmah that these guys were lying, saying that the hadith is the hikmah. But if you go to the Quran, if you go to chapter 17:29, it starts with all these commands right here. Do not. And then if you keep going down, it says do not, and you keep going down all the way to 39. If you go all the way to 39, it gives you all these commands right here. Do not, do not. And if you go to 39, it says this is part of the wisdom right here. Wisdom. Do you see that? The hikmah right here. The word hikmah is right here. This is the hikmah that the Lord has revealed to you.
Yeah. So what's your point?
So God in the Quran gives you the hikmah, but these guys are lying to you, saying the hikmah is found in the hadiths. But if you can go to like the verses in the Quran, it gives you clear instruction on where the hikmah.
They didn't say hadith. They said sunnah. Why, bro?
Okay, whatever,
Get out of
sunnah
here.
and
Get
the
this
hadith.
guy out of here, yo.
So hold on,
Hadith and
Hamid.
sunnah,
Hamid,
same
Wait,
thing.
Malik,
let's have a
Malik, wait.
conversation with Hamid. Anyway, we know he's not a Muslim. It's fine. So Hamid, how do we know? How many times do we have to pray?
Okay, based
How
on
many
your,
times do you have to pray? Yeah, just answer the number.
okay, because I can't give you an answer because like you have a different belief than what
Okay,
I
so what's your
believe in.
belief? What's your
Okay.
belief?
So you have a different belief. So I'm trying to answer you based on your belief, so that when
What's your belief? I'm asking you. What's your belief?
I
How many
believe in
times
the
do we have to
Quran
pray?
only. I believe in the Quran only. No hadith.
Brother, you're about to get cooked right
How
now.
many times do we have to
Misguided.
pray?
Terrible.
Huh?
How many times do you have to pray?
The Quran doesn't tell you how many times to pray.
Yeah. Yes, it
Bro,
does.
get this guy out of here, man. Come on.
Okay, look.
Okay, wait.
Pray 5 times a day. If you're
Okay.
not doing that, you're not a Muslim.
Okay,
Go
okay,
away.
okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. You asked me a question. Let me ask you a question. Where did you learn how to pray?
From the
What do you
Prophet.
mean?
sallallahu
Wait,
alaihi
wait.
From the Prophet. We learned it because
Yo,
of the
listen,
hadith.
bro,
And without
don't.
the hadith, we wouldn't know.
Okay. Where in hadith did you learn how to pray?
What do
There's
you
a
mean where?
hadith.
Do you
What
want
do you
a
mean where in
specific
the
hadith?
hadith? There are multiple
I'm
hadiths,
asking.
multiple
There are many.
narrations.
Oh my God!
Hadith
Listen,
say-
yo,
hadith
are you
say
deaf?
pray
Like,
until
listen
the
very
Prophet
carefully.
prayed. No.
I'm asking you if you where did you learn how to pray?
You got
want
Google
the
right in
hadith
front of you.
references?
Search it right now.
So you don't know.
You have Google right in front of you.
You don't
Did
know
I
yourself.
Did I say that I memorized the numbers of the hadiths? No, I'm not there yet. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Okay, go on Google and show me where it says how to pray.
No, I'm in bed right now, comfortable. So you
Okay,
go on
then-
Google.
then
You've got
don't debate
your
me. And don't
you've
debate
got
me.
the
Don't
screen in
debate
front
me
of
then.
you.
Don't
Listen,
debate me. Then
Listen,
don't debate
no,
me.
I am debating you. Everyone knows that Muslims pray 5
No,
times a day.
just
If you're
because
not
you
praying
follow
5 times a
majority,
day.
you don't follow the truth. You follow majority.
So how
Whatever
many
the
times do you
Muslims
pray?
do.
Go on, then tell me. But
No, I'm not going to debate you because you don't have the time to debate me right now. So don't
Hamid,
debate.
I'll wipe the floor to your big screen, I'll wipe the floor with you right now.
I didn't
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
I didn't
Can I
have
get
the
a big
time.
On the floor right now.
Please.
Hamid, read this for me. Please read
Yeah.
Read
Yeah, yeah.
it.
What does it say? What does it say?
it. Read it.
No, you tell me. You brought the
Read
you brought the
it.
verse. No, I'm not gonna read it. You read it. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
Alright,
talk.
believers.
I don't
Okay,
talk
sister,
to
go ahead.
idiots like
Sister,
you.
go ahead, read
O
it. Okay.
believers, obey Allah and obey the messenger and those in
Boom!
authority among you. Should you disagree on anything, then refer it to Allah and His messenger if you truly believe in Allah and the last day. There you
Okay.
go.
Okay. Wait.
All right,
Wait.
so now
Oh,
go back
Hamid.
to your
Hold on.
now get the heck out of here.
Wait,
Hold on,
let him respond now. Let him
Hold on.
respond.
Hold on. How does that verse prove that you have to follow Persian Hadith compilers?
It's
How
not
does that
Persian
prove to
Hadith.
you?
It's very knowledgeable
does that
scholars. We
say-
don't care where they're from. We're not racist, okay? We don't
No.
care.
Compilers?
The reason I'm saying they're Persian because I'm trying to distinguish that they never met the Prophet. They were not Arabs. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's why I'm saying Persian, not because
Yes,
of racism.
and they loved Islam so much they
Okay,
literally
so how
went
does that verse?
they scoured the earth, okay?
Wait, hold
to
on. How
find-
does that
to
verse? How
find
does that verse?
authentic
Watch.
narrations of people
Hey,
who
listen, listen,
Hamid,
no,
Hamid,
hold on,
tell me what the
listen.
hadith is. Tell me
Wait,
what the
wait,
hadith is.
no, guys, please. He asked the question. How does that verse?
Perfect.
Just ask that question again.
Go ahead,
give it
Dawa.
some
Let me
moderation.
ask them. But I want to talk to one person. I don't want people jumping
Yeah, so
in.
talk to
Let me
Fanun.
one person.
No, go ahead, Dawa. Dawa can take this. Go ahead.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Let Fanun sleep. Okay, brother, answer. How do you?
I'm not your brother. Go ahead.
Okay, whatever, bro. Like I don't care. So
Uh-huh.
how does that verse tell you to follow hadith?
Perfect. No problem. So what is hadith?
Hadith is a saying, statement.
Saying from
and-
who?
Huh?
Saying from who?
Okay,
Where
hold
does
on.
where
hold
does
on.
it narrate all the way back to?
One sec. Let me reply to that. Okay, so here's the problem. Hadith.
No, don't give me the problem. Answer the question.
I will answer, brother. Just one sec. Hold on. Hadith in the Quran has a different meaning than what you're saying hadith means. So, for example, the word hadith in the Quran means the speech of Allah, the statement. Okay, but what you're saying to me, what a hadith is, I have to like give you a definition based on what you believe hadith is. Hadith for you is the sayings and actions of the Prophet, sayings of the prophets, basically.
Okay, sayings of the Prophet. So what did
But-
chapter
but-
4
but-
verse
but
59
wait,
just tell
but
you to
wait,
do?
but wait,
What did
hold on,
chapter
hold on.
4 verse 59 tell you to do?
It says obey the messenger, right?
Okay, so
Okay.
so hadiths, right,
Yeah.
are sayings of the Prophet, right? Which you
The hadiths are the sayings of the Prophet. They're not the sayings. They're hearsay words. I've
no,
never
they're
heard.
not. No, they're not. There's a whole science behind it. There's a whole
Yes, they
science
are.
behind hadith.
Malik, you gotta let him finish, bro.
Yes, they are, because hadiths are not the words. The Prophet himself isn't speaking verbatimly in the hadith. It's people hearing things and reporting it to you. Basically, they're saying, "Hey, I heard the Prophet do this." How do you know that that person saw saw everything truthfully? Like, how do you know he
How?
Because we have the science of
Because
hadith.
they're his
Because-
companions that were with him. You donut. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, but then when you look
Go
into
into detail about the science of the hadith.
when
It's
you look
important.
into it
maybe
deep-
he's
no,
maybe
hold on,
he's
hold on.
stupid.
Yeah,
when you-
maybe
when you-
he hasn't learned that yet.
No, this guy
No.
came on a Christian live to try embarrass
No,
Muslims.
no,
Now
but
I'm gonna embarrass
on.
him.
Yes.
Malik,
Bro.
he does have a point. Listen, Hamid does
Sil,
have a point.
Sil,
when he-
I'm gonna
hold on,
cook you in a
just give me one
second
second.
too.
That's
Stop.
okay. That's okay. When he said to obey Allah and the Prophet, okay, this could actually refer to the other passages, which is Surah At-Tawbah, Surah Surah Muhammad. It could actually refer to these passages. Okay, that doesn't mean it refers to the hadith.
and the fact
specifically.
the fact the Quran uses the word messenger instead of a prophet, that's another indication that the God doesn't want us to follow what the prophet was doing in his life, but he wants us to follow the message of the prophet, what he was
No,
bringing
he's
to
a
us.
prophet and a
What?
messenger. He's both.
Okay,
Okay,
in the
we're
verse-
deviating here. Okay, we can go point
Guys.
by point, but let's go back to the science of the hadith, please.
no, I
Come
don't
on.
want to go to the science of.
No,
but-
no,
Of course you
were the
don't.
one that brought this
course you
up.
don't.
This is why we're here. So we got to teach you something. Go on, Allah.
I'm
Allah.
teaching
Yeah,
you something.
yeah.
Okay, hold on,
The
hold
science,
on.
the
Let me
science of hadith.
Hold on.
If you look at Imam Ahmed, you know him, yes? Do you know Imam Ahmed?
No, I don't know any of these scholars you're mentioning. I don't care about
You don't know
because-
who Imam
because,
Ahmed
because
is.
these scholars are not going to get me to heaven. Okay?
You don't know who Imam Ahmed ibn Hanbal
No,
is.
I don't care. I don't care who he is.
You don't know. You don't
No,
care. You
is
don't
he
know
mentioned in
about
the
science
Quran?
of
If he's
hadith.
not
You don't
mentioned
know
in the
about
Quran, I don't
anything.
care.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask him something? So Hamid,
Wait. Somebody has to answer his question. Look, y'all asked him like an array of questions in a row.
bro, he's not answering our questions.
Yeah, he's
I
not
am
answering. He
answering.
says he
I
doesn't
am
need to
answering.
know. He doesn't want to know. He says
I
he's
am
just
answering.
gonna. He
I'm
says he
answering.
just wants to go to hell. That's what he wants to do.
I have an idea. Okay, because I feel like this is important. All right, where does the Quran establish following hadith, sayings or statements that's not Quranic? Where does the Quran?
Chapter 4, verse 59. I just gave it on the screen.
Obey the prophet, obey Allah, the prophet, and those
The prophet did not speak of his own whims and desires, right? So the
Where'd you go to?
hadith would be similar, right, to your Bible today, right? Because your Bible is other people saying what they saw and heard Jesus say and do, correct?
Or from his point of view, he's saying that if Muhammad doesn't speak from his own desires, then everything he speaks is Quranic. So he's not speaking anything outside of the Quran.
Wait, what do you mean he doesn't speak anything outside the Quran?
Because he doesn't speak from his own desires, right? So that means that everything that he's speaking is inspired by Allah. Allah's giving him what to say.
So that would mean everything he did would be inspired by Allah too, then, right?
Not everything he did, but he doesn't speak.
Well, then he wouldn't be Muslim if he doesn't believe that. If he doesn't believe that the prophet did not speak of his own whims and desires, right?
Okay. Can I ask him a question? Can I ask him a
go
question?
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Dawa, do you know what a sunnah is?
Bro, I know the sunnah.
Okay, do you know what it is?
Good question, brother.
Yeah,
Do you know what a sunnah is?
Yeah, the sunnah. Yeah, I know what it is.
What is it? What is it?
The sunnah is the prophet, what he did and what he said. Is following him.
Okay, what's the sunnah of Allah?
The what?
The sunnah of Allah.
The
I've
sunnah
never
of,
heard of that. What is that?
I have, but I can't.
Wow.
Sunnah of Allah.
what you talking about? Bro, you talking about the sunnah? The sunnah of. Bro,
They've
just
never
hush,
read the Quran.
just hush up a
They've
sec.
never read the Quran.
Just
There
hush
you
up
go.
a
I
sec.
proved
Just
you.
hush up. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything.
Uh-oh.
Just shut up. You're talking about the sunnah of Allah. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they never heard of the Sunnah of Allah?
Okay.
The way
never-
of Allah.
The following of of what's in the Quran.
Yeah, you looked it up. You looked it up.
How did I look it up? You didn't even. Where did I look it up?
Yeah.
I'm on one phone. Just
Guys,
bro,
hold
just
on,
hush,
hold on.
bro, just
It's
hush. You're a
very-
kafir. You're literally a
very
kafir, bro. You're
No,
embarrassing
no
yourself on
insult.
this.
Yo,
No, kafir is not an
Make
insult.
my screen
It's
big.
not an
Make my
insult.
screen big.
No,
Make my
calling out
screen
his
big.
name.
It's not an insult.
Make my
Kafir is
screen
not
big.
insult.
Make my screen big.
I'm trying, but
It's not an insult. Kafir just means disbeliever.
Hey,
So,
moderators, can you guys
Hamid,
you guys-
Hamid,
Hold on,
look,
hold on,
wait,
hold on.
Hamid, I know, Hamid, I know you're
Relax.
Persian. I know you're Persian, so maybe
Expand
you
the
don't
screen,
speak Arabic. But
please.
sunnah just means way of. So sunnatullah would mean
Allah.
way of Allah. Sunnat al-Rasul or the messenger is the way of the prophet.
Expand the
Yes.
screen.
Wait, hold on. Fanoon, hold on. You said
I got it from
to us-
Elijah.
you said to us
Thank you.
you've never heard of Sunnat of Allah. Okay, you said it and everyone heard you.
The sunnat of Allah. What the hell is that? Sunnat
Yes,
Allah.
that's exactly
not
what it is.
sunnat of Allah.
Sunnat of Allah.
You
Sunnat
don't
of
speak Arabic, honey.
Honey, you've never heard of it. Stop playing games with us. I just got you, okay?
Look,
And-
if you're gonna make a
and
point,
both
To
of
be
you,
honest,
both of
Hamid is
you,
right. Sunnah of Allah. He's right. I mean, it's in the
both
Quran.
of
What
you-
does that got to do with
right here.
the sunnah that he doesn't follow?
but he doesn't say
Allah.
sunnat
Wait,
of
wait,
Allah.
wait,
He
guys,
doesn't say
let him
sunnat Allah.
make his point. He's about to explain. Go ahead.
Okay.
Look what it says. It says sunnat Allah, not sunnat of Allah.
Okay, listen. The way of Allah right there. See? Okay, listen. When I mentioned, have you heard of Sunnat of Allah? She clearly, everyone heard it. 700 people on the live. She said, no, I've never heard of Sunnat of Allah. And
Yeah,
Okay,
sunnat
the-
of
watch this,
Allah.
watch this, watch
the
this,
other
watch
guy-
this.
Let him finish.
Watch
Let
this,
him
watch
Let
finish.
me finish, bro. Let
Let
me
him
finish.
finish.
Bro,
You guys
y'all
will be
having fun with
next.
this. Y'all having
gotta
fun
be
with
ordered.
this.
Yeah, because you guys, you've never read the Quran. You come up here
Bro,
acting
you're-
like
just
you've
you're a
read the
dog.
Quran.
Go ahead and get to your point, Hamid.
Okay, so they've never read the Quran, and when I asked them, they didn't know. But in the Quran, there's mentioned Sunnat of Allah.
Sunnat Allah wa Rasulih. You said sunnat of Allah. You can't say that.
It's the same thing. If you've heard of Sunnat of Muhammad, and you've
Right.
never heard of Sunnat of Allah, that's a shame.
Okay.
No, Sunnat
Right.
Allah wa Rasulah.
Okay. Here's another question. Where in the Quran does it say Sunnat of Muhammad?
Wait. Let me answer. Let me respond to him real quick. Then I'm gonna drop because I'm not gonna let these Christians have too much fun. So
Nope.
look, so brother, if you're following the way of Allah, right? Did Allah send the prophets and the messengers that came? No. Answer. Don't run. If Allah sends a prophet or a messenger, right? Prophet or a messenger, okay? Is that prophet and messenger a representation of what Allah wanted the people to know? Is he the best of people of who he was sent to?
Nobody asked you a question. Come
Hold
on.
on, Sil. Wait. Wait. Just answer me, Hamid.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, get to your point.
So he is. So by following the way of Allah, you would be following the prophet and the messengers that he sent. So you're done. You're done. So you're done. You're finished.
Wait. Oh,
You're finished. I'm
gonna
gone.
let him
You're
respond.
finished. You're
Let's
finished.
respond, Hamid, because
That's the question, Avery. Nobody was
because look, I'm not a Quranist, but I sure can argue like a Quranist, and I will cook you on that point. So I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him do it. You just committed shirk again, by the way.
Yeah.
He left.
Anyway,
Anyways.
oh, Dr. Shirk left.
Yeah, he left.
Go ahead, Hamid.
Anyways, I was gonna say all their books are compiled by Persians. They've never compiled it from the Prophet himself. So they're just lying. They're just lying about everything, and they're saying follow this, but it's not commanded by God to follow any of these books. It's not commanded. So they're lying.
Allah, brother, mashallah.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Hamid
How many hadith did Aisha reported?
Hamid made an
Aisha,
excellent
the
point.
wife of the Prophet. How many hadith?
He brought
Wait,
up
wait,
some
wait,
good
wait.
points.
This wasn't
Yeah, please
answered.
wait.
We
How
gotta
many
stick
hadiths?
to one question at a time.
No case.
Where
Hold on a
does
second.
the
Hamid,
Quran
Hamid, how many hadiths? How many
Wait,
hadiths
guys,
did
excuse
Aisha
me.
reported?
Where does the Quran mention the Sunnah of Muhammad? That was a good question.
Beautiful question. Seriously.
Hamid, cook it.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro.
I'm waiting for an answer. Fanuna, come on, answer.
He pressing her.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I have to come up here just to say that, bro. This man, I have never seen a Qur'ani cook like this before in my life. This is nasty, bro. This is wild.
Disgusting. Ugh.
Right. So the hadith, the science of hadith, Hamid, just so I can teach you this because clearly you don't know. Maybe you're misguided, but I don't know. Maybe it'll change your mind. So the Quran, when the Prophet was reciting the Quran, there are people who were memorizing it, and there were people who are writing it, right? On I think it was cowhide or something like that. And the Quran, as we know, was actually compiled all in one as a book in, cowhide. How many years later for this? Hamid. How many years later was the Quran compiled as a book?
Mute. Hamid, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. There's no mention of years, but it says it was sent down in a period of time. So there's no mention of years. But you believe 3 years. So go ahead.
Okay. So the hadith similarly was also compiled and memorized.
Wait. So you're saying the Prophet never wrote the Quran?
No, he had people who wrote it. Yeah, and memorized it all around.
Why couldn't the Prophet write it? Why couldn't the Prophet write it?
He was actually illiterate. He couldn't write.
Okay, hold on. Make me big screen. Now I'm gonna catch this girl lying. Make me big screen.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is the hadith that you believe in, okay? Hadith. And here's the hadith number, Bukhari 65. What does it say? The Prophet wrote a letter.
Oh!
Hold on, go on, read the whole thing. Read simple thing.
I don't have time to read the whole thing for you. It says the Prophet.
I love, by the way, I love how you're on a website that is literally like just trying to debunk. But go ahead. So
Wait, I'm
once
not, wait,
the
wait, hold
Prophet
on,
read
hold
the
on.
letter.
I'm on a website that says True Islam. You see this?
Ooh.
See this?
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
this?
exactly. For people like you.
Yeah,
True.
True Islam. So you're
Prophet
hating
right.
on True
What's the
Islam?
hadith number
You're hating on
again?
this website?
Hamid.
You're hating on this website. You're a
I don't
shit.
know this
Hamid, what's the
website.
hadith
I don't
number?
know
I'm
this
gonna pull it up
website,
on
but I know.
No.
the hadith is on
I don't know this
Sunnah.com.
website,
No,
but
hold on.
for
You
everyone in the
assume-
chat. By the
Fanuna,
way,
You
hey, let me
assume-
finish. Let me finish.
You assumed
So
I'm
I
on a
don't know.
website.
I don't know this website, but there are websites who call themselves True Islam and basically try to negate or find little things in Islam.
Okay,
So yeah,
fair,
there's
fair, fair. But here's the
Fanuna,
thing. But
this
here's the thing.
hadith is on
One second.
It's 56.
Okay, 1 second, brother. 1 sec. Okay, she's right. There may be websites that say that it's a true Islam, but it's deviating people. Okay, fine. But if
so
this
you know that,
website-
right? So
Wait,
is
hold
that the
on,
one that you're reading from? Because I don't know. Is that the
hold
one?
on, I'm gonna reply to you. If this website is educating me that the Prophet knows how to read, right? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
Can
When your
we-
book says
can we
No,
open
I'm
up
not
Sahih
saying. I'm
al-Bukhari?
not saying
He
there's
wrote-
anything wrong, but
The
it
Prophet
looks
wrote a
like
letter.
I'm not
Sahih
saying there's
al-Bukhari
anything wrong.
65, Hamid.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong.
There's
if
more.
it's-
Bukhari 144. What else is there? Bukhari 44.
Al-Bukhari 65, Hamid.
44.
Go ahead and read it out for us, Hamid. Read it out.
We
What
listen.
does it say, Hamid? Read it.
It says, he said, come near, I will write for you something after which you will not go astray. How can he write something if he can't go, if he doesn't know how to read and write? So
Wallah, you're finished.
So you're basically lying to everyone that the Prophet
No,
doesn't
I'm
know
not.
how to read and write.
I'm not finished because look.
Wallah, you're finished. You're cooking.
No,
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
not.
She can
I'm
come
not.
back.
Let me tell you. Let me
come
tell you.
back.
Everything
Go
I
ahead,
know.
Fanuna.
Everything I know.
Let her explain. Let her explain.
The prophet had people around him, companions who wrote things down. When he would send a letter to, say, for example, the king of the Christians, when he asked them for refuge, when the people in Mecca, the Habash, exactly, he didn't write it himself. He could have had someone else around him to write it. So
What a rebound.
Sahih
What a rebound.
al-Bukhari 65 says that the Prophet was actually writing a letter as well.
sorry, say again.
Sahih al-Bukhari 65 says that the Prophet was actually writing a letter himself as well on that one.
He had a writer.
So let me ask you about that
No, it
hadith. 'cause
doesn't say that.
by
he had a
the way,
writer. It says- I mean,
if you guys think
writer.
that I've memorized hadith or I've memorized the whole Quran, you are not talking to that person. That's not me, okay?
I'm
But
just
let me
saying.
ask you about the hadith that you're specifying right now. How many narrations does it have? How many chains of narrations does it have?
So you're telling me that Sahih al-Bukhari is not authentic?
I'm telling you.
Isn't
No.
there a hadith
Hold
that
on.
where
What
Prophet
does it
says-
mean? Hold on.
I'm
What
just
does it mean
saying-
Sahih?
I'm just saying that. By the way, the Sahih al-Bukhari has weak hadiths.
Yeah, that's
No.
One of them. This isn't one of them. There's only like 6.
Dude, what
There
the
was
flip?
This isn't one of them. This is
Sahih
one of them,
al-Bukhari.
but it's true.
Sahih al-Bukhari ain't so Sahih.
Why did Imam al-Bukhari change him and they called him Sahih al-Bukhari? Can you please answer this question?
Because he compiled the most sahih authentic hadiths, but he does
The
have
most?
also the majority of the hadiths that he compiled together in his book, they are authentic. Now he does have the weak hadiths in there as well, because we don't negate, like we just leave the hadiths as they are, but we will say that they're weak. That's a normal thing. That's
Okay,
what
can you
You
answer?
said
Narration
wait,
is
hold on.
hold
Can
on.
you
Since the
answer-
chain
can
of
you answer?
narration is Anas bin Malik, you're telling me that Anas bin Malik is weak?
How many? No, I'm asking you how
Thank
many
you.
chains of narrations
I
exist
just told you.
for this still for
I
this
just
hadith?
told you. Anas bin
There-
Malik.
it's an authentic.
Hold on. Can you
It's an
answer
authentic hadith.
what does
Sahih means correct.
okay, no,
Authentic.
hold on. What does Hassan mean? Hassan.
Means good.
Hasan means good.
Okay, so if a book says Sahih Bukhari, doesn't it include everything that's in the Bukhari?
No.
It's
No.
not there are you
so it's
clearly haven't
misleading
studied
then. It's
hadith.
misleading,
You,
basically.
this is why
there
I
are-
know that you've not studied enough,
I
because
know, I've never
you
studied
read-
elusive books.
you
I don't have
read-
interest in those books. I
But-
don't
Well,
want to study
then
them.
why are
if
you arguing
but if
about
you're
it?
going to
Just
debate
accept that she
something,
knows.
but if you're going to debate something, you at least need to know the intricacies of it, so you can say, I completely know that it's not. See, me as a Muslim, I grew up and I also had doubts like you, and I'm a Muslim.
I
and
don't
my
have
parents-
doubts. I believe in
No,
the
no,
Quran.
But listen,
What are you
what
talking
did
about?
I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Okay,
I
if you
went
believe in the
to
Quran.
the library, okay, and I picked up a hadith book
Yeah.
by an author that wasn't even Muslim, okay?
Yeah.
And he explained the science of hadith to me, and then I became convinced, and I also knew how to decipher correct hadith from wrong hadith for myself, not listening to a scholar even, okay? So
Okay,
if
sounds
you
good.
don't know,
Yeah.
if you don't know, if you haven't done that work, you have no right to speak on it. Otherwise, you're going to be stupid like now.
Hold on.
But
Hold
sister,
on.
that hadith
So,
that I said
wait,
about
hold on. Let's analyze what she said right now. So basically, you're telling me that you picked up a book and you learned the science of this book, and that's why you believe this book is authentic, basically, right? That's what you
No.
said, right?
No, I've read several books about the science of hadith, how it was compiled,
Okay.
what do the narrations of chain of narrations mean, who are the authentic narrators, okay, and who are the doubted narrators. Also,
Okay.
why do we still keep weak hadiths? All of these questions that I had,
Okay.
I
Could-
answered
could-
them,
could-
and then
wait,
now
hold
I
on.
can
Could
go on.
people at the time of the Prophet, could they have lied?
About a hadith.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like about anything, like anything. Could they have lied?
Yes.
Yes, they could have. Yeah.
Yes,
about
They
anything.
went against
So then-
Muhammad.
That's
so
why
then-
there are many weak hadiths. Yes.
No. But here's the thing.
No, those hadith are
Even the
fabricated.
good ones, could they have lied about the good ones?
What?
Well, the scholars, the majority of the scholars, if it's deemed a sahih, then no, it's not a lie. We don't believe it's a lie. We will
Okay, but I'm
believe
saying, okay,
because
okay.
we
But there's no way of
believe
telling. Listen
the
carefully. okay?
sunnah. No, listen to me. You listen to me. The sunnah is to believe in the Quran, and then to believe in the hadith. And in the hadith, we mean the hadith by the companions and by the generation after them. They were the most authentic. And of course all the 5 pillars and the 6 articles of faith. So if you're not following that, then you're deviating from the religion, unfortunately.
Okay.
And
But here's
I
the
hope
thing,
you
though.
agree
Here's
with
the problem. Here's the problem that you have. So at the time of the Prophet, there's a verse in the Quran that says people came to the Prophet and said that to him, "Hey, you're the messenger. We believe that you're the messenger of God." But then God revealed a verse in that same verse saying, "God knows you're the messenger of God, but these people are hypocrites." So basically, whoever says things with their mouth, we truly don't know what they're thinking inside of their heart or like inside of their brain and stuff like that. So anyone could say anything about the Prophet, but we don't know what's inside of their heart. We
Yeah,
don't know.
but
if
we
these
have
people are-
biographies of all of these Sahaba.
No. But
that took-
here's the proof. Here's the proof from the Quran. Look. If you can make my screen big, please.
May I have moderator so I can do that?
Look.
I got him.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easy, very easy for you. Okay, look. Someone came up to the Prophet. When the hypocrites come to you, they say, "We bear witness that you are certainly the messenger of Allah, and surely Allah knows that you are his messenger, but Allah bears witness that the hypocrites are truly liars," right there. So basically God's saying, whoever comes up to you and says that, "Oh yeah, we believe in you."
No, that's not what it says. No.
Okay, what does this verse say?
can't-
Explain.
This
Okay,
is
explain what
Speak
does
of
this
you.
verse say?
so Allah is saying, let's decipher this from the Quran. When the hypocrites, so he's already saying there are hypocrites that are coming up to you. When
Now
the
pause
hypocrites
here,
come
pause
to
here for a
you,
sec. Pause.
when-
Wait,
what?
pause. Can the Prophet know that they were hypocrites?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling him.
Allah
No.
knows. Allah is telling
No,
him.
but without Allah's knowledge, could the Prophet know that they were hypocrites?
No, Allah.
Everything that,
Allah is
everything the
telling him.
Prophet knows is from Allah.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
when the hypocrites come to you
Every-
and they say, that you are certainly the messenger of Allah. And then let's continue. Go ahead. And surely Allah knows that you are his messenger. So so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is confirming what they're saying. But he's saying, but Allah bears witness. So Allah knows that the hypocrites are truly liars. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. He's almost warning the Prophet, like giving him a heads up that there are hypocrites who are saying this to you.
Exactly. Yes. And I'm saying to you, listen. This is people that lived among the Prophet. Now listen to this. How do you know one of these scholars are not hypocrites? Does Allah tell you he's a hypocrite or not?
The companions of the Prophet are not hypocrites. They're his companions.
You completely missed it.
Hamid, in the hadith, doesn't it say that, doesn't Muhammad actually say, do not write anything for me, whoever has written anything for me other than the Quran, let him erase it?
So again, if you guys read the books that I read about hadith, then you would know this. So the answer to this is so when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reciting the Quran and he wanted people, the only reason why we have Islam right now, you do realize it's because people memorized it, right? They were memorizing it and some people were writing it down. Now, because his word was so precious, people were like scrambling to write his hadith, his narration as well. And the Prophet Muhammad at the time, he was like, no, don't write that down. Write down only what's in the Quran, okay? But then when he passed away, that is negated. That hadith is no longer, as in, how do we say? It doesn't need to be applicated because he's dead. And also the Quran is memorized with the people. So people can now go to the hadith and start compiling that. So the Quran is a more important message. And he didn't want, because I'm not being disrespectful here, but the Torah and the Bible, they have had words included in it from people, and the Quran is clearly only truthfully the word of God and God alone, not the word. Yes.
Now you're about to wake me up.
I know you were going to wake up about that one. I promise it's not an insult. It's just how these are all the things that I know that make me believe in Islam and makes me so proud and happy to be Muslim, and really just grateful that I am a Muslim and that I was.
Doesn't say that the
Bible. What I need from you, I need you to start coming around more so that we can talk about this, because you're pretty reasonable from my 2 conversations with you. You're pretty reasonable. You're smarter than the average. So I believe that if we have real good conversation, that your views would on what you just said would change, and you'll be like, Logic, I can't believe I used to say that. I'm sorry.
She proved Muhammad wrong on something.
Okay, guys, where I am, it's 4:30 a.m. I have work tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed. But
4:30. Where do you live? What in the world?
That's UK time right there.
That's not UK time. UK time is 3:35.
Yeah, start coming around more, Fanina.
I do watch you sometimes. I the only reason I joined today, I'll tell you the truth, is because I've noticed a change in your demeanor, and that's really nice to see. Do you see?
He's always humble.
No. When I first came around, he was not as open.
He was a bad man.
No, he wasn't a bad man. He just wasn't.
Yeah, he'll shout at you from time to time.
But this time, trust me, he has changed. And I'm talking like a month ago.
He has.
So the fact that he's changed in a month is insane. And maybe one day I'll come here and he'll say, I converted again.
Oh, wow.
Logic.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't see that happening.
Inshallah. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you before I go to bed now. I need to pray Fajr, actually. I need to pray Fajr first. So
Yeah,
I'll pray for you.
She gonna pray for you before she go to bed.
Go do your prayer like how Bukhari told you to do your prayer.
Ooh.
I don't know what that was. If you thought you got me on something. Okay. Whatever.
Hamid, do you know the hadith of the man who prayed badly?
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
No, I don't know.
Good
the
night,
hadith
good
of
night.
a man
You,
that
you
prays.
don't know that hadith.
No, I don't read hadiths, brother. I don't read any of hadith.
Well,
I just don't find them interesting. I don't know why you believe in hadiths. Like it's a bunch of like words compiled by
Then
like
what
versions.
do
can
you
somebody expand my screen? It's not working.
how do you pray? How do you pray?
I don't believe the Quran tells
You
you
don't
to
pray.
That's the thing. I don't believe the Quran tells you to pray. So that's-
Kafir, astaghfirullah.
No, instead of
You are
instead of-
100%. You will go to you.
Kafir.
Astaghfirullah.
I'll go to hell.
Can somebody expand my
Hey,
screen?
look,
One thing. If you were ignorant,
Everybody else but you.
Hamid,
Hold
if
on.
you were ignorant,
Dang,
that's
everybody
one
talking at the
thing,
same time.
but you're not ignorant. You know, you can see it in front of you. You can see the
Yeah.
hadith. You can see the teachings of the Prophet. You can see the
No,
Quran,
never.
but you
The
deny it.
Prophet
You
never-
deny
the
it,
Prophet
and
never left-
that will be your downfall. That
Okay,
will be it.
But here's the thing, though, brother. Here's a news flash. The Prophet never left anything for someone else to be compiled and then for that person to pass it on to me and stuff like that. These are all just games that just brainwash you and take you away from the path of the truth.
You know
You
what?
actually have to come
You
back.
are
and-
so
You know what?
lost.
Hold on,
You are
wait.
so lost. To
No,
think
brother.
that Allah doesn't even need you to pray. What is even your existence?
Yes.
Wow.
Purpose.
Hello,
What's your purpose?
He
You have
questioning
no
your
purpose.
existence, bro.
You have
Wait,
no
time
purpose.
out. Everybody pause. I need to understand what's going on. Did he say that Allah doesn't need you to pray?
Yes, he just said that. He said, I don't believe that Allah even tells us to
make
pray.
my screen big? Can you make my screen big? I want to show him a verse.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're gonna suddenly say that Allah says I'm not worthy of worship.
Yeah.
Stupid
I'm gonna
guy,
show it to
man.
You see this? This is for you. This is the Quran. You see this?
Yes.
Okay, if you go to this surah right here, it says, "Woe to those who pray." You see that?
Yeah. Next verse. Next verse. Verse. Next verse. Look at the next. Look at the next verse. Look at the very next verse that it says. Yet are unmindful of their prayers. Yet are unmindful of their prayers. Do you see how you just tried to misguide everybody in this?
Wow.
You will face penalty. You will face penalty. for
You
this.
just got
You
cooked
understand?
bad.
You will face penalty. You are purposefully trying to misguide people. You will face the penalty from Allah, and it will be the harshest penalty.
Hold on.
You will feel the fire. You will feel the fire.
One mic, please.
Yeah. So hold on.
Let me answer it. Let me answer
Wait.
it. because-
I want to hear Masa fully. So Masa, are you saying that he quoted the verse out of its context? And
Of course he did. My name is Isa, by the way. But
Isa,
yes,
okay,
of course he did, and he did that intentionally. He didn't want to show you the second verse. He wanted to show you that one verse so that you wouldn't see the other one, so that you'd be blinded by the next one where it says, "Yet are unmindful of them." Of those who pray that are unmindful. It literally says that, and he goes, "Oh look, it says don't pray. It says don't pray, guys. It says Allah doesn't want you to pray. It says Allah this. Oh, we can just all drink alcohol next." He's gonna say,
No,
we can just all let's just eat pigs and jump off mountains or
That's not what
something.
he was saying.
You know,
he's saying that he's not going to pray for you because you're the according to him, you would be the hypocrite.
No. He wasn't talking about praying for me. He says he doesn't pray. He says he doesn't pray, and he says that Allah never told him to pray. That's what he just said.
May I just reply?
Yeah. Go ahead and reply.
Isa, I said, I don't find the Quran telling me to do ritual prayers like you do. I don't see the Quran telling me to bow down and prostrate and do all these things because I don't find these details in the Quran.
So you're not looking then. So you just read it with your eyes closed. So you just read it with your eyes closed, or you read it with it shut, or something like that. Read it behind your head.
One second, brother. And then you told me that you found your prayers in Hadith. Okay. So that's what you said.
No. I didn't find my need to pray in the Hadith. You find in the Hadith an exact description of every single aspect of how to pray according to the Sunnah, the best way to pray, how to pray according to all of the. We follow that way to pray, then experience full.
Can I ask you why is the details of the prayer not in the Quran?
Because it's not there for fiqh. I don't know if you know what the word fiqh means. But it's not there for fiqh. It's there for you know that most of the Quran mentions about there being only one God. That is the purpose of like 80% of the Quran or something like that. You know, there's so many surahs that is just focused on that one thing, because these are the main core principles. Then when you want to so if you believe in one God, if you believe in one God and all the other main core principles, but are unable to explore further, you know, then that's fine. That's fine. You will go to Jannah, because that is you know. So these are the core principles. But you know, if you just chucked fiqh in there, it would be a massive book.
God bless everybody. I have to leave. But that was a good cooking. MashaAllah. Subhanallah. God bless.
Brother Isa, the Quran mentions that it's a detailed and fully explained book. So if you're telling me that I need to look elsewhere for details, then this book is basically not telling the truth to me.
It doesn't say that, actually. You've misread it completely. If you go to the verse,
Which verse is it?
It's 12 111. Yeah, 111.
So Hamid, are you a non-ritual Quranist?
It's Yusuf.
Yes, yeah.
111.
At the moment, I'm doing my studies right now, so yeah.
It's Yusuf 111. You see it? It says, there is in their stories instruction for men endued with understanding. It is not a tale invented, but a confirmation of what went before it, a detailed exposition of all things, and a guide and a mercy to any such as believe. Right? Ignore that I was talking about it being the Prophet's life. It may be, it may not, but in this circumstance, we're going to talk about it in the Quran.
Okay.
If you're saying it's the Quran, you can't just take a detailed exposition of all things and just then stick whatever words you want around that.
Okay, how about this verse? 6:38. It says, we did not leave anything out of the book.
Wow.
How do you explain that?
That's in context. That's in context of signs. That verse is in context. Read the context. Let me answer you. So that verse, if you read the context, it's in context of signs for the disbelievers of Mecca. So in this chapter, in this passage, the Quraysh are be giving certain signs to prove the day of judgment as a resurrection to them. Things like the trees coming back from the dead and all these kinds of different stuff. And then God is telling them, we don't leave anything out of this book in context of the signs that are being given to them. So they have to now believe in the truth since they've been given the signs.
If you read the verse before it says they say.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you read the verse before it, which he never does, because misguide you all into thinking Islam is this stupid religion. It says they say.
No, hold on. You made Islam a stupid religion. Not me. You made Islam a stupid religion, not me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Hamid, just letting you know, 2 years ago, Hamid.
One sec, let me reply to him. Because you have books that disrespect the Prophet in the Hadith. You have books that says the Prophet has lice on him. You have books that says the Prophet has semen on his clothes.
Yes, of course he did. Yes, these are authentic hadith. These are authentic hadith, which we from. This is real hadith. This is of the Prophet.
Because I want to make a point about it, because I used to be what you were, Hamid, 2 years ago. So I want to explain all these points you're bringing up. First of all, the Prophet ﷺ, he was a human, okay? I don't know if, I know you live in the 21st century and you put things in the washing machine, all this kind of thing, right? But people back then, there were circumstances, okay? Clothes were dirty sometimes. Not everyone's hair was beautiful, luscious, and you had shampoo and conditioner, all this kind of things. These are ridiculous arguments. In fact, this goes to prove the veracity of the hadith system because of the principle of embarrassment. It would show that people aren't just narrating hadiths to make up good virtues about the Prophet. Otherwise, they wouldn't narrate bad things. Now,
that's a good argument.
Hold on.
So then I would
answer to that.
Hold on. I would answer to that is, why do I need to know all of the salvation and get into heaven?
okay, good, I answer you. No problem, I answer you. So this is a straw man. So no one claims from the traditional side that every single thing recorded in the hadith books is necessary for your salvation. What we claim is that the corpus as a whole is an important historical record for what the early Muslims practiced and did, so that we know how to practice the religion. Right, and this is attested to in history by early Muslims writing in their books what different Muslims would practice in different regions. For example, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of that. Let me give you an example of that.
Okay,
let me give an example of that. Let me give an example. So, for example, the ritual prayer, right? You deny the historicity of the ritual prayer, and I know you believe, oh, salah, wa connection, all this nonsense. We'll get to that after, right? But the ritual prayer, we have people from the early times, Imam Malik, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam al-Awza'i, we have the records of them, we have the records of their students. These people lived in different regions, and they all attest to the same mass ritual prayer that their ancestors would practice. And it'll be very absurd and very conspiracy-ish like to claim that all of this was fabricated out of thin air. This is the problem with the Quranist theory.
No,
you understand?
I have a very clear verses in the Quran that speaks the truth. It says right here, shall I seek other than God as a lawmaker when it is
as a lawmaker? Nobody's making laws.
Yes, your hadiths make laws. Do
you realize? So first of all, 6114 again is out of context.
So you want me to go against this verse and believe what you're telling me?
No, don't go against this. How about I explain to the context of that verse? How about just like I explained to the other verses, right? Now I guarantee if I tell you what the context is and what it's speaking regard, you're not going to know, because this is what Quranists do. They like 45:6, they like 61:14, they like 12:111. I know all these verses, bro. I used to be a Quran 2 years ago. I know all these verses, bro. I used to use them.
And I used to be a Sunni many years ago.
Now,
yeah,
fine.
So I don't know why you keep bringing that up.
I'm just letting you know. I know these stuff. Like, you're not popping up with like new arguments, whatever. So
I'm not saying I'm a new guy, bro. I'm just saying you guys are all lying.
I know you're not. I'm not trying to be condescending.
Hold on, wait, guys. Please,
I'm not trying to be condescending.
Hamid,
I'm not trying to be condescending.
Wait, please. So,
go ahead, Hamid.
So Hamid, and it's good to see you again, Suspect. I think we had a conversation a few months back. It's good to see you, bro.
No problem. Yeah.
So Hamid, you can make your case real quick. Just try to be as succinct as possible, and then Suspect will respond. And please don't interrupt him. So Hamid, can you please go ahead?
Yeah, Hamid, go ahead. Go ahead. No problem.
You're on mute.
Yeah, bro.
You're muted. You're muted, bro.
Hamid, you're muted.
Hamid, you're muted.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hamid?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I brought up this verse. I brought up this verse from the Quran. It says, "Shall I seek other than God as a lawmaker when it is He who has brought down to you the book fully detailed?" Right here. So, and it's the verse is 6:114. So I don't know how you can argue against this verse, because I don't want to follow any other lawmakers. I don't want any bunch of scholars name, oh, follow this guy telling you to put your right foot in the toilet first, then you can go take a piss or something. I don't want to follow these nonsense. So I follow the Quran. Simple as that.
All right. So in 6:114, have you ever looked at the context of the verse or know who it's speaking to or what the lawmaking is talking about? Do you know anything about that? Let me just ask you first. I'm just curious if you actually know the context before I explain it.
Okay. Can you tell me, did you get the context based off of like some books or something?
Nope. You know where I'm going to get it from? The verses before and the verses after. Like how any context should be.
Okay, let's take a look at it then.
Right? The dreaded verses.
6:114, the context, I'll tell you the context off by heart and you can track my information using the verses, right? So 6:114 is a Meccan passage, a Meccan surah speaking to polytheists of Quraysh. Now, what the polytheists of Quraysh had a problem with is that the Prophet would claim that you guys cannot eat from meat that's sacrificed to idols. Now, these people were telling the Prophet Muhammad to remove these laws from the Quran so that they can accept it. They didn't like these laws. So now God is telling the Prophet, notice the command to the Prophet, to say, shall I seek a judge other than Allah, a lawmaker other than Allah? Why? Because he's the one that's dictating the laws. No traditional Muslim on earth believes that the Prophet has independent authority of Allah to make laws. This is completely in line with our belief. We don't believe that the Prophet can independently come up with his own law and then legislate it. We believe إِنَّهُ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى, right? وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. He does not speak of his own desires. When he speaks of revelation, he speaks of religion, speaking from Allah. So 6:114 is against the polytheists of Quraysh who wanted different laws than the Quran. We accept the laws in the Quran. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's not going against
Suspect. The problem with your statement is that the Quran in the verse never speaks about the Quraysh. It never speaks that this is a Meccan verse. It never speaks any of the stuff that you just said or whatever the reason was for the verse to be revealed. You just made up a whole bunch of stories telling me that's the reason the verse was revealed.
Okay, do you want to prove to you speaking to Meccans? Do you want to prove to you speaking to Meccans?
No, but hold on.
You said you prove. Do you want to prove it to you? Do you want to prove it to you?
Sec, but I want you to hear my question before you prove it to me. Just hear my question.
Sure.
How are you going to prove it to me based off of Quran? Because I only accept
the verses
Quran.
Before and after, which you haven't read yet.
So where does it say Mecca in here? I'm just looking at it right now.
So no problem. So if you take a look at the Quran in its context, when it usually gives polemics towards certain groups of people, it's given in certain location and time. So for example, the Medinan surahs would be more addressed towards, let me finish please. The Medinan surahs would be more addressed towards the Jewish and Christian communities. The Meccan surahs would be more general towards giving messages of Tawheed and a day of resurrection, since the Meccans rejected them. If you actually look at the context of the verse, it's regarding the polytheists. It's speaking of the polytheists who want to eat meat sacrificed to idols, and it's making polemics against them and them coming to the prophets. So this just directly proves, because there was no pagans in Medina, so this directly proves to you that this is speaking to polytheists, pagans, right? And you know, forget the word Mecca even. Like, my point is not incumbent upon the word Mecca, though. My point is it's speaking to pagan polytheists, and you're taking it out of context.
All right.
Do you understand?
We just read the verse.
Am I cutting out? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can we read the verses before? So I was referring to 6:114, and he said the verses before were talking about like the Meccans and the polytheists and all this stuff, right? So let's read what the Quran says, okay? So if we go in here, this is 6:112. And so we have made for every prophet enemies, devilish humans, and jinn. Okay, I don't know if this is in quotation or not, but yeah. So anyway, whispering to one another with elegant words of deception. Had it been your Lord's will, they would have not have done such a thing. So leave them and their deceit. Sorry, one sec. Okay, and then we go.
Did I not hear what I just told you regarding it's being said? The verses are in context of addressing pagans.
So let me finish this. Let me finish, brother.
Okay,
so that the hearts of those who disbelieve in the hereafter may be receptive to it, be pleased with it, and be persistent in their evil pursuits. And then right after that, we go into 6:114. Say, should I seek a judge other than Allah while He is the one who has revealed to you the book? Perfectly explained. Those who were given the scripture know that it has been revealed to you from your Lord in truth. So do not be of those who doubt. So there you go.
Yeah, there we go. What did you? Can you continue reading? Can you continue reading to 119? Do you know what? Let me read to you 119 since you haven't read it. I know you've made this argument.
The word of your Lord has been perfected in truth and justice.
What is what 119 says? I'll read to you the verse, right? I don't know why you don't want to go to the verses after. It says, okay. It says, and the word of your Lord has been fulfilled in truth. None can alter his words, and he is the hearing, the knowing. And if you obey most of those upon the earth, they will mislead you from the way of Allah. They will follow not except assumption. Indeed, your Lord is most knowing of who strays from his way, and he's most knowing of the guided. So eat of that meat which upon the name of Allah has been mentioned, if you are believers in his verses. And why should you not eat upon that which the name of Allah has been mentioned? Why has explained to you what he has forbidden to you, accepting that which you're compelled. And indeed do many lead astray through their own inclinations without knowledge. So the verse saying that monotheistic sacrifices should be done. I wonder which group that the Prophet encountered that were not monotheistic, Hamid. It's very clear. The thing is, this is what Qurans do. They don't know the context of any of these passages. They don't know the history behind who the Prophet interacted with. You can't take these verses out of context. And I reckon all your arguments are from these Meccan against these Meccan pagans. You can't take these things out of context. I just showed you the verse. Forget the word Mecca, right? Because I know you probably reject all that history. You probably believe in some Petra nonsense. Okay, look, the point is 6:119 demonstrates to us that the pagan polytheists were being addressed since they were the ones that are trying to argue for sacrifice other than Allah. Do you understand?
Wait, so
in the law in 6:114 that it's talking about the legislation of that law, and they wanted him to change that law, and the Prophet saying, I shouldn't seek a judge other than Allah. And going back to my main point, no one claims that there's a judge other than Allah. We just believe that there's a historical source of information, which is the hadith, which has its own method that we can reach to what the Prophet said, and the Prophet speaks on behalf of Allah. It's very simple. right?
So,
Just like
Shahada.
Christians, for example, they have their own tradition. Just like the Christians, they have their own tradition. They believe that they can historically ascertain what Jesus said, and they believe Jesus is only hearing words from the Father, right? Like John 5 or John 10, whatever the verses, right? Same thing applies. Obviously, we disagree with the historical method.
So
the point is, we don't believe other than God or something. Christians don't believe Jesus is speaking independently of the Father. Like,
yeah, suspect.
Yeah, man. Talk to them, suspect. Talk to them, my brother. Talk to them, man.
Mustafa Glazing, bro. What the heck?
Yeah,
so do you understand, Hamid? Hamid, do you understand?
So suspect. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I actually am this is very interesting because we always hear Quranis argue against like the Shia or the Sunni. So this is interesting because I get a better perspective on kind of like what Sunni Muslims believe. So let me ask you a question. So for, I think it was verse 113, I can't remember specifically, but it also said that it was jinn, and it also said those who, I can't remember what it was saying specific, like the correct wording, but it was like
the shayateen, basically, because you understand in the Quran that like devils is an attribution given to both humans. An attribution given to both humans and jinn. So shayateen.
Right. Yeah. But there was a specific section where it was talking about like corporeal people, like people who are against the prophet, and like you did connect it to 119, which is cool. But what stops somebody from saying that it was actually like a group of people that were inside? Like, for instance, forget this dude's name, but I know it starts with Ka'ab. Like, I guess he tried to like go against Muhammad.
Ka'ab al-Ahbar?
Yeah, or I think that was his name. I can't remember, but I know it started with Ka'ab. I can't remember specifically who it was. Right, but that was somebody who, from what I remember, was part of the Sahaba, right? Like he was part of like the community of Muslims.
Can I tell you how I know? I know the exact answer to your question. It's in 121 directly. Let me show you. It's not like an inside job what they're trying to argue here. These were people that were publicly debating the Prophet about whether they should sacrifice to idols or not. And how do we know? Let's keep reading. I love context so much. It's so beautiful. Next verse, 120. And leave what is apparent of sin and what is concealed thereof. Indeed, those who earn blame for sin will be recompensed for what they used to commit. And do not eat of that which upon the name of Allah has not been mentioned, for indeed it is a grave disobedience. And indeed do the devils inspire, obviously devils referring to like the human devils, inspire their allies to dispute with you. So now this is talking about the Quran, about people who are publicly proclaiming against the laws of the Quran. Do you understand? It wasn't like some inside job of like Sahaba trying to destroy the Quran or destroy the laws or whatever. This is people publicly proclaiming against the laws of the Prophet. Right, which is like not even like the hypocrites even did. You understand? So that's like the Quran directly answering you that. It's something that they were inspiring each other to dispute with you, and that's why these verses are coming down. They're public polemics against these.
Yeah. The ball go quiet now.
Bro, just zip up his pants when you're done. Oh my god.
Suspect.
Stop.
Not gonna lie. Suspected came up here and kind of changed the trajectory here. I feel like I gotta jump in and support the Quran alone.
Let me just let you guys know, if anyone has any doubts regarding this Quranism nonsense, I used to be following in this kind of footsteps, and I've written academic papers on Quranism. Anyone wants anything, DM me regarding any of these verses they use, any of that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I got something. I got something, man. Because we gotta spice this up a little bit.
Right.
We need a match right now.
We gotta help my boy out.
Where Rocco at, man? We need Rocco.
Oh, Rocco, is that the African American Quranist, that guy?
Yeah,
I've debated him before. Oh my god, dude, he's
horrible, isn't he?
Dude,
horrible, huh?
This yells and oh my goodness. All right,
yes. So you came across him here on TikTok?
Not on TikTok. I've
on Clubhouse?
On Discord and Clubhouse, I think one of the two.
Really?
Yeah.
It had to be Clubhouse. I don't know about Discord, but it had to be Clubhouse for sure.
I think it was his brother that I've talked to on Discord, because I know that I think they're brothers and they debate. Unless I'm mixing up with someone else.
Maybe you're thinking of
probably.
Ultimate
Yeah,
Farm.
I don't think he has a brother that does this. But
I think he's thinking of Ultimate Farm.
Their father basically taught them all this Quranism stuff. Like I talked to
He's
the guy.
talking about Ultimate Farm.
Oh, you talking about Ultimate? What are you talking about?
No, not Ultimate Truth. Not Ultimate Truth. Not Ultimate Truth. Yeah.
Okay, so you know Ultimate Truth.
Yeah, I've known him for like 2 years. We're like friends.
Suspect, hold on. Suspect.
Yeah, what's up?
Did the Prophet believe in any other books than the Quran?
Because no one makes the claim that the Prophet did. Again, this is a straw man claim. So which?
No, hold on. Did the Prophet believe
this is like arguing to a Christian. This is like making Avery. It's like this argument, right? It's whether is it. Am I allowed to use your name on TikTok? Am I allowed to use your public name?
No, that's okay. Yeah, my name.
Yeah. So this is like someone coming. Oh, look, Gospel of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. They weren't even written while Jesus was alive. Jesus never wrote any book. I'm like this is the same kind of argument. No one this is the same kind of argument. No one's claiming that Jesus believed in Gospel of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. What we're claiming is there's historical records written about the Prophet, and we use certain historical methods to ascertain what he said. No one's claiming he believed in historical books that was written after him. That's ridiculous.
No, I'm asking you because you keep calling people Quranists for believing in the Quran. So I'm asking you, do you believe?
That's not why I call it. That's not why I call it Quran. So what I call it Quran for is your approach to Quran alone, and not only that, but your extreme deviation in terms of that you reject basic historical practices. Can I ask, where do you believe the Kaaba is? Where do you believe the Kaaba is?
No. It's you who's deviating from the truth because you're following.
I'm not here to do like a rhetoric battle. I only said that word because I was explaining to you why I use that term. Do you understand?
At all, I'm deviating, but I believe in the Quran.
All right, no problem. Hamid, where do you believe the Kaaba is? Because by the way, God Logic, a lot of Quranists they have like conspiracy theories, you know, Dan Gibson theory of Petra and stuff like that. Yeah, so a lot of Quranists actually believe in that and like actually believe in Quran.
Idea. So... Can you tell us where it is?
Yeah, Hamid, I'm just asking, do you believe it's in Petra?
I don't know. I gotta look into it. I'm still doing my research.
You're looking for where the Kaaba is, yeah. So I know where the Kaaba is. Guess where it is? It's in Mecca. Do you know why? Because the Quran mentions.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Yeah. How do you know it's in Mecca?
No problem. Do you know the Quran says the word Mecca and it talks about the battles that were in the valley of Mecca?
Okay. And wait. How do you know the Mecca that's mentioned? It's Saudi Arabia.
Because again, this is where we get into conspiracy theorism. So, do you believe in historical records of things? Because we can give you contemporary sources, we can give you inscriptions, we can give you, in fact, I can show you academic papers and academic journals, for example, written by philologists and linguists, showing you that the certain Arabic used by the Quran is the Arabic of the area of Hijaz. This completely debunks all this Yemen and Petra theory, right? For example, things like the word Allah. Are you aware, according to philologists like Ahmad Jalad and linguists like them, that the word Allah was only written in a certain way in Arabic inscriptions, and that can only be found within the Hijaz region. The Hijazi Arabic of the Quran can only be found within that region. The earliest inscriptions come from that region, right? All of this is like ridiculous to come with these other theories that go into different areas. The Quran even itself mentions the area of Mecca. The Quran mentions the area of Medina, right? The Quran mentions Yathrib. The Quran mentions all these locations. Muzdalifah, I think, even mentions in the Quran. Even the Battle of Hunayn even mentions the location of Hunayn. All these different locations. Like, if you can't show any of these locations with any like reasonable doubt to be somewhere else, or all located in Petra, all located in Europe, or whatever you want to say, then we shouldn't consider your theory like inclusive of all of like anything that's reasonable. You understand?
No, because the fact that when I've watched Dan Gibson's documentary and I've seen it before, but I'm not saying that I believe what he says is true, but based on the research that he has done and the verses in the Quran, it doesn't describe the Saudi Arabia that we know of today as Mecca, brother. You have to accept this.
It does. And Dan Gibson, by the way, Dan Gibson, again, I used to use.
There's nothing in there, bro. Like, it's a desert. Saudi Arabia is a desert.
Yeah. And do you know what the Quran says? The Quran says literally Abraham and Ishmael settled in where a valley of without plants. Do you have not read that verse? Have you not read that verse?
Oh, that is not Mecca.
I may have not come across it, but yeah, go on.
Yes, I'll show you. من غير ذي زرع.
Are you by chance?
Please don't go to our Bible and try to think that you're going to show Mecca.
No, I'm using the Quran verse.
MashaAllah, brother.
Are you by chance related to Omar the Muslim?
No, I think we have the same accent.
You have the same voice almost.
Because you sound like a grown-up version of Omar.
Literally.
Let's go, suspect. Let's go.
You got a hype man.
Bro, just let him go.
Man, like the Muslim P. Diddy, bro. He like.
So one of Dan Gibson's arguments. So one.
He can't do it.
Hey,
you couldn't do it, bro.
No, for real, we're just sharing a discussion, guys. Just discussion. Come on, let's not make anyone feel bad. Come on, for real. Okay, listen. So the one of Dan Gibson's arguments is that, oh, look, the Mecca doesn't fit the description. It should be all fruits and plants and beautiful grass and greenery. Can you open 1437 for me? I can't open my camera right now, but Actually, I'll just read it, but you can open it yourself.
Oh
I'll
my
just read it.
gosh, they sound just alike. It's
So,
insane.
1437 is Abraham
not
speaking, right?
true.
1437 is Abraham speaking. Our Lord, I have settled some of my descendants in an uncultivated valley near your sacred house, our Lord. So there's an uncultivated valley, and it's near your sacred house, O Lord, that they may establish prayer. So make our hearts among the people inclined towards them, and provide for them the fruits that they may be grateful. You understand? So even the Quran itself establishes that the area that they were settled in was some kind of deserted area and stuff like that, near the Masjid al-Haram. And also, again, all the other linguistic arguments, the arguments from philology, early inscriptions, archaeology even. Do you know what's the earliest inscription given like in Petra? Like it comes like 200 and something Hijri. It's ridiculous, right? Dan Gibson, by the way, he lies about multiple angles given about the Qiblas and the location of the mosques. And David King, which is a non-Muslim secular scholar, has completely debunked and destroyed Dan Gibson in a huge paper that I written against him. It's called the Petra fallacy, I think, something like that. Actually, let me search it up real quick. And you guys,
Pin dropped. You can hear a pin drop.
This dude.
Yeah,
look. I'm gonna let Suspect
I
wrap
just
this
want
up.
to tell the name of
I
one.
gotta wrap this up too because my phone's dying.
David A. King.
Thank you. I'm about to go live, bro.
Scholar.
Suspect, can you start your own live or something? I want to see this.
I mean, I'm not gonna be up for long too much, but maybe
if you guys wanna listen to a shake, you guys can just come back next time. I'll open up another live tomorrow. All right.
Or here's a better idea. Come to Lights Live.
No, I like Avery's hosting. It's good. Yeah.
And your suspect, they really believe that you're Omar, bro. Just tell us that you're Omar.
No,
yeah?
guys, I'm actually not Omar. That is Omar.
Oh no, he's for sure not Omar. They said they have the same kind of speech pattern and whatever, but he's for sure not Omar.
Omar,
Yes,
you're not slick,
the
bro. You
paper is
don't
by
gotta
David
deepen your
Aking.
voice.
Hamid, I want you to read it, please. Like for your own sake. So it's by David Aking, a non-Muslim scholar. It's called the Petra fallacy. Early mosques do face the sacred Kaaba in Mecca. I'm trying to remember that name, inshallah. I can DM it to you if you want. You can DM me after. But yeah, this Dan Gibson deception is ridiculous. No one takes him serious in academia. He doesn't even have any qualifications to be talking about this stuff. But anyways, that's another story. Like what else do you believe in as well? Guys, come on, guys, come on. Seriously.
I think we could rest it here. We've been going for over 3 hours now. We could rest.
Hamid, you meant
Omar tried to play slick with deepening his voice. That's crazy.
Hamid.
The Muslims, my brother, you
Brother Omar,
you brought us back.
This is it, guys. Listen.
Guys, can I just say one last thing? Guys, can I say one last thing because I'm gonna leave in a second. Hamid, brother, please,
that is literally Omar. That's what Omar says.
Did you say one last thing? Just one last.
Just one last thing. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I gotta go.
Yeah, Hamid, brother, please DM me. I want to contact you. I want to talk about some of these things because I used to believe.
Sounds good, bro. I'll send you some information as well too. Maybe
Jazakallah khair. So please DM me. Avery might come up maybe in tomorrow whenever you guys are on. But yeah.
Did you say I gotta go to work? Wait. Could you say I gotta go work?
Oh my God, that's okay. I don't work. I'm gonna work like 6 days a week. I don't work.
Say the line. I gotta work.
All right, I gotta go to work, guys. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, it's you. It's literally him,
brother. Omar,
it's literally him, bro. It's Omar.
Why are you playing
All right,
this game?
God bless, guys. God bless.
Take care, man.
All right, bud.
All right, man.
See you later, bro.
I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream, man. It was a very colorful stream indeed. I'm talking to everyone who's here and everyone who's on YouTube. So I'm chilling now. I'm about to chill now. But man, this was pretty fun. It was pretty entertaining. It was funny. All of that. It had all the the little.
This was the best live we've witnessed so far.
Yeah, this one was a good one. Like this is why it lasted as long as it did.
Mustafa's still glazing. Oh my gosh, Mustafa, go away. Anyways, y'all come over to my live. God bless.